Hello everyone, welcome to our lesson getting us ready for our Chapter 3 test. We're going to be reviewing several concepts. The first one is to identify terms, coefficients, and constants. So remember, you can build your table of terms, coefficients, and constants, and then you have your expression. So I'm going to let you kind of work on these and then pause the video and see the answer. And I'll try and give you some tips. So for example, for this one, remember the terms. Those are the items that make up the expression. Okay, so they are separated by any addition or subtraction symbols. In this case, we have all addition. So those are our terms. And we want to find the coefficients and constants. Remember, anything with a variable will have a coefficient. Remember that co means with, so we want to write the number with the variable or how many of the variable we have. And then constants, remember constants do not have variables because they stay the same, and variables change their value, they vary. Okay, so for any term you're going to have a coefficient or a constant and never both. Also, coefficients and constants are always numbers. So go ahead and give those a try. Alright, so we end up with terms of 2y squared and a coefficient of 2 and no constant. We have t. Remember, we have this invisible 1t, so that's the coefficient. So a very common wrong answer, students will put t in for the coefficient, but remember, it's the number with the variable, so that is 1, no constant. 3, there's no variable, so that is a constant, no coefficient. And then if you wanted to, you could write them out as a list. So you could write them in a table or a list or both. It's up to you. Let's move on to our next topic. Next topic is writing exponents, or writing expressions as exponents. So remember, you want to figure out how many times your variable is being used as a factor. So in this case, k is being used as a factor 6 times. So we're going to want to write 9 times k with this number of times it is used as a factor. So do that as an exponent. And then for the second one here, we want to evaluate the expression when x is 2 and y is equal to 5. So you can go ahead and do that as well. Remember, when you substitute in 2, you're going to substitute 2 in for x here. Remember to put it with parentheses because 8x means 8 times x. And similarly, when you substitute in 5 for y, you're going to want to put in the 5 in parentheses because this really means 3 times y. So you want to make sure you multiply that. So give those two a try. Alright, so as far as the exponent goes, we have 9 times k to the 6th because k is being used as a factor 6 times. And then with the expression, substituting in 2 for x and 5 for y, we get 8 times 2 is 16, 3 times 5 is 15, which gives us 31. Alright, next up we have a table. Remember, this is similar to an in-out table. Actually, it is very much an input-output table. So the goal is we are going to put in the value in the left for y. So for y, we want to put in the value of 2 into the output expression. So we're going to put in y for 2 in the output expression, and we're going to see what we get. Okay, so then we're going to put in 6 for y, and we're going to put in 8 for y, and we're going to see what we get. So the input is on the left, output is on the right. Give that a try. Alright, so we get when y is 2 as the input, the output is 7. When y is 6 as the input, the output is 27. When y is 8, the output is 37. Okay, so simple input-output table. Remember, when you substitute with those parentheses because this means 5 times y. So you need to multiply 5 times the value of y for each of these. All right, next up, we have a word problem. So it says a rectangle has side lengths of 6x and 11. So I just sketched out a rectangle here, and I put the side lengths of 6x and 11. So I'd recommend you doing that on the test if you get any type of geometry type problem, is sketch out the shape and then label it with whatever information you have. So then we're supposed to write and simplify an expression for the area of a rectangle. So remember, for the area of a rectangle, you need to multiply the length and the width. So you need to multiply the length and the width, and you need to simplify. So make sure you simplify that expression when you put it together. So give that one a try. All right, so for multiplying the length and the width, we're doing 6x times 11. So now we can go ahead and multiply the 6 times 11 to get 66 times x. All right, and then we have our matching of our properties. So remember, the associative property is about changing the grouping, changing the parentheses. The commutative property is about moving terms. And then the distributive property, just it's right in its name, you're distributing multiplication. Okay, so you're going to want to look for equivalent expressions that show those, distributing multiplication. All right, addition property of 0, so somewhere in the expression you're going to look for adding by 0. Multiplication property of 0, you're going to look for multiplying by 0. And multiplication property of 1, you're going to look for multiplying by 1. So be on lookout for those. The skills check, the 3.3 through 3.4 skills check has a nice matching for you to review those terms. Also, on Schoology, there's a link to the Quizlet, these 3.3 to 3.4 review flashcards. You can use those to also brush up on those properties. So do the skills check and these flashcards, and you should be good to go. All right, then you have a few phrases that you need to write as expressions. So this first one is the quotient of 10 and a number t. So you need to write that. Use good algebra grammar. Again, to help with all of these different ones, quotient, sum, difference, product, fewer than, added to, all of those phrases, remember on Schoology there is a set of flashcards, Quizlet operations flashcards, that will take you through all of those, and you can study these to help you get ready for the test. All right, so then you need to simplify. So we have 6 times 5y. So this is like you have packets of 5 yogurts. So 6 people bought 5 yogurts. So how many yogurts do you have altogether? For B, it's like we have someone that has $5 plus a yogurt. And then 6 people have $5 and a yogurt. How do you write that in a simplified way? And then finally, someone has $6 and they also have $5 and a yogurt. So $6 and $5 and a yogurt. Go ahead and simplify that one. So those can be a little tricky, but give them a try. All right, so remember, quotient means divide. So the quotient of 10 and t is 10 over t using good math grammar. So real quick, sum means to add. Difference means to subtract. Product means to multiply. And quotient means to divide. And please use good math grammar when you're using these. All right, so for A here on simplifying, we have 6 times 5 is 30y. For B, we need to distribute the 6. So 6 people have $5, so that's $30. and 6 people have a yogurt, so that's 6 yogurts. Remember, you cannot combine these. These are different things. These are not like terms. So this is like money, $30. This is 6 yogurts. You cannot combine the yogurts and the dollars. And then finally, we have $6 and $5 makes $11 plus a yogurt. Again, do not make that 11y, so this is wrong. This is 11 plus y. This is 11 times y. We don't have 11 yogurts. We only have 1 yogurt and $11. Okay, there are a couple word problems on the test. You're going to need to evaluate expressions, write expressions, and simplify expressions. So let's look at one real quick. You and 3 friends go out for breakfast and each order pancakes that cost P dollars and an orange juice that costs $2. Use the distributive property to write and simplify an expression that represents the total cost of the breakfast. So that would be for everyone that's going to breakfast. So first start out, how would you write the cost of the pancakes and the orange juice? So you can think of that for one person. And then you have to use the distributive property for the number of people that are ordering that breakfast. So give that one a try. All right, so for one person ordering pancakes and orange juice, that would be P plus 2. Notice it's you and 3 friends, so that's 4 people total. So 4 people are ordering pancakes and a $2 orange juice. So 4 people are buying pancakes, 4 people are buying $2 orange juices. So the cost is 4 times the cost of the pancakes, which we don't know, plus $8 for the orange juice. Notice we cannot combine that $8 with 4 times the pancakes because we don't know the cost of those pancakes yet, so we have to keep it simplified like this. Alright, so best of luck on the test. Again, take advantage of the resources on Schoology. You have 2 sets of flashcards. You could also go back and watch some of the video notes from the lesson, and then please use those skills checks. The 3132 skills check, the 3334 skills check. Those are awesome resources to get ready for the test. All right, best of luck. If you have any questions, please see me at lunch or after school.